Hello, this is Leta, and this is me and my mommy's podcast, and then my mommy, and there's me, and then just talking about this stuff, and then we tap dancing because this is the tap dancing slash autism podcast, and there's a bunch of animals, and I'll be trying to in my hair, and there's bunch of sand, and oh shit. Also, there's also that stuff, and I'm on my little babes. Oh, that telling the old yes, like stuff and that's busy. Oh, and those are them muffled. A boots are amazing. Also, there's me. I'm trying not to have a panic attack. Also, this is a podcast about me. I do that and kept dancing and blah, blah, blah. I did ADHD and then sing. Also, this make you a normal pup.
This
Hello,
is going
yes,
great.
recording is not going great. I'm not gonna say what thing this is. I haven't been that many things, but this is not the first thing. I am Nita, that's my mommy. My mommy is the best mommy in the world. If you disagree with me, I will come for your career and your ghost career when you are a ghost, and I will not like you for all of my
Okay,
life.
that's enough. That's enough. That's enough. Oh my gosh, it has been a day. So we have been doing podcasts all day long. I tried to record this earlier. Let's be honest, we were going to do something else this week, and then everyone on LinkedIn was suddenly like, "Hey, Amanda, Leta, congratulations on 1 year of having the dance studio." And I was like, "It's been a year." Do you feel like it's been a year, Leta? I'm assuming that is you being speechless. Do you want to maybe, I don't know, pick up the microphone and speak into the microphone?
This is not going good.
This is going great.
It's not.
So, 1 year, Leta. It has been 1 year since we filed the paperwork to incorporate as Autistic Wings Dance Company. It's a year since we sent the paperwork off to the state going, can we get our charity?
It's been here again.
Yeah, it's been a year since we got the charity designation from the state of Colorado. It's been a year and give or take a couple weeks. We will be, since we got our 501c3 from the IRS in less time than it should have taken. It has been a whirlwind of a year. How we got here. You want to give everyone your back, for those in our audience who do not know your backstory, do you want to tell your backstory?
My mom said you're doing this. I did this. I love the top. Then I got the very weird teachers, and then my mom said, "You know that studio idea you had where everybody who's different or not different can be there? Yeah, how about we take all that except it's just autism and not your original plans, but still your original plans, just not what you originally planned the people circum things to be." And I'm like, okay, and then I'm doing this at 12, and then I turned 13, and then it's like, well, that's 13, and that's like, I was late last year, but then we just finished this at my 13th birthday, so well, whatever.
For the thing, you are autistic. You've been autistic your entire life. You have a bad right hip and wound up in PT over it. Your PT highly suggested.
Not caused by the autism, not caused by the autism, not at all caused by the autism. I know there are some weirdos out there who will say it's caused by the autism, but it's not caused by the autism. I wasn't born with it. I just randomly got it because I was a stupid 11-month-old baby.
Okay, you have actually had dance teachers who've gone, "Oh, was the hip caused by the autism?" And it's like, God, I have a headache now, thanks to all of you weirdos. But no, the hip was, you did a pirouette in our, tried to do a pirouette in our kitchen when you were 11 months old. It popped out of joint when you fell. They decided to just see if it went back into joint. Fun fact, it didn't. Blah blah. But your autism has always been a part of you. Your dad and I have always said, as long as it's not hurting anyone, be autistic, be authentic.
What do you mean by a part of me? It is me. It is literally me.
Let me explain that to you and the audience. There's a lot of people out there who don't get diagnosed as young as you were and who don't get the services as young as you were. And they feel like they weren't autistic beforehand because they didn't have You have never known a time when we didn't tell you were autistic. We have always said you're autistic, you have autism, this is what it means, this is what you can and cannot do with your specific type of autism. Let's see what you can do and go from there. But that being open and authentic, because I've never tried to stop you from stimming. Your dad's never tried to stop you from stimming. If people are watching on YouTube right now, you are doing nothing but stimming over there. You are creating pipe cleaner thingy-mabobbers, which is stimming. It's fine. But no, that is stimming because you're doing something else while we're doing this. The thing that people don't understand is you went to dance class with traditional dance teachers and things like, hey, Leta's not looking me. Oh, he is breathing heavy. There is a squirrel outside and Jackie Poo is breathing heavy. I shall just grab a quick video of this to put in to show what I am now looking at because my entire thing is a mess down here. But yeah, Jackie Poo is down here and he is looking out the back window and he's breathing heavy because I am pretty sure there is a squirrel staring him down because the squirrels are stupid. Anywho's, back to important stuff other than squirrelies are stupid around here. Dance teachers would come out. Hold on. Thing is a mess. It is there. Never mind. Hi. No. It is staring him down. This could take a minute because it is staring that puppy down. Anyways, we've always said things like, if you don't want to look someone in the eye, I don't know if you're aware of this, but autistic people don't like to look people in the eye. What is your problem, dance teachers? And I got labeled as a problem parent a lot because I was advocating for you going, no, this is exactly what the autism is. A lot of people were not willing to understand it in the dance world. They Googled it. I think we both agree that Google is probably not how to get your stuff.
Yes, and a few of them went, oh, hey, I Googled this, and yeah, Google says everything causes cancer. Autism doesn't cause cancer. Google says everything causes cancer. I'm not going to say, oh, I'm going to pick them. And then, no, I'm not a jerk to people who have cancer.
Yeah, so anywho's, fast forward a little bit. Your dad's in the military. We've been around the country. It is the same song and dance at every dance studio. We're inclusive. And then they don't know what they don't know. They have great hearts. They want to help, but because they don't know what they don't know, they actually do more harm than good.
Especially a few studios that I've been to. No, my father doesn't want a different child. He is on the same level of crazy autistic person as me. He's also the funniest person in the whole wide world. He is literally gold mine of jokes.
You have had some studios where your dad can mask and guy, he just acts like a normal guy as far as people are concerned, and they're like, he's not autistic, and you and I are like, and some studios, people have said, well, your dad should try for a normal kid with a wife who can give him a normal kid. And
yeah, a few of them have said it to his face, and my father is. Wait, actually, no, he keeps drags me out of the room every time that happens because I don't know what happens in that room. But something happens and then the teacher just fears him.
Your dad tends to, okay, it's not that they fear him. It's just your dad, when he very succinctly goes, I'm autistic too, they just tend to get annoyed because, yeah. Anywho's, fast forward, we decided to pull you out of the last studio. We decided traditional studios weren't working for you. You are not a bad dancer. You work with Chloe Arnold. You are on Soul Talk. You are dancing with some of the most amazing young dancers in the country. I feel like we're getting to see, and that's not a diss to a lot of traditional studios, but the dancers you are dancing with are the best in the world, and we're getting to see them grow up, which is amazing, which is cool, which is great. But we decided we would take our ball, go home, play our own game, and we founded Autistic Wings Dance Company, which is a different type of studio. We have small class sizes. Our class sizes go from 1 to 4 because if you're within the autistic community at all, the therapy rules are pretty much 4 max for anything under about 13. That's just where it is. Some of our dancers, however, cannot handle 4 students in a class. But hey, whatever, Leta. You're like, I am over here doing an artsy project, mommy, and not talking to you at the moment. And one of the other things we've done is this IEP where we're asking parents to fill out all the secondary, primary, give us what your SLP has said, give us what your OT has said, give us what your PTs have said, give us what your ABA therapists have said, give us all of it so that we know your child not as well as the parents do ever. Correct, Leta? Are we ever going to know a child as well as our parents do? Yeah, you're shaking your head no. What we are going to do is we are going to know your child as well as we can before they step in that door, and we're going to come up with an individualized plan for each and every single child. I cannot emphasize that enough. It's each and every single child. Is it the perfect IEP yet? No, it's not. We're just started it this year. So, anywho's, we sat around and we went and we told everyone, hey, we're doing this. It took us a little bit to get it off the ground. In the fall, we spent a lot of time trying to convince people, A, give your child a chance. B, we're not like the other autistic activities in town. We are run by and for autistic people. And then the news finally showed up. You're nodding your head, yes. And once we were on KRDO and we were in the Gazette and we were on Fox 21 here in Colorado Springs, we went from 0 students to maxed out in classes, which is amazing that it took us 2 weeks to max out our classes. Don't you think, Leta? You aren't nodding your head and not talking.
Yes. Also, I want my own. Also, I hope if we get a new studio, I get my own office. So my own office can be cutely terrifying as ever loving in life.
Okay.
But I don't look like Australia.
That's where we're at. After a year, we are fundraising to raise the funds to rent a new space because it cost us an arm and a leg to put on these classes. We need help to keep putting on these classes. We need people to help step up. And I know times are tough. We all know times are tough. That looks cute. You want to show it to the camera? That is cute. Anywho's, I think that's supposed to be a skull. Is that supposed to be a skull? Okay, that is supposed to be a skull. In the most sweetest of sweetest.
It's wrong. I didn't get the teeth right.
We have been looking for studio space. We need people to step up. Leta, what are we asking people to donate monthly for our $350 and $365?
$10 a penny and a cute picture of your pet. And if it's jelly, especially cute.
Okay, what does $10 a month get us if 350 people donate?
Money.
After all is said and done, that gives me $3,200 towards rent every month.
Like
Amazing,
I said,
huh?
money.
But $10 a month doesn't sound like a lot. Hold on. $10 a month doesn't sound like a lot until you start adding that to lots and lots of people. Does it? Hello, Leta. So let me ask you some questions, Leta, real quick. Why Autistic Wings? What was, other than mom and you did it, what is one of the reasons about Autistic Wings? Okay, let's go back.
I spaced it.
What were some of the issues you faced in traditional dance studios?
Tricks for teachers.
They weren't
It's meaning system, but I'm sorry you cannot tell the tiny child that dabbles in zoology how zoology works. Also, you can't tell me how witches work.
Leta. Hi, how you doing? Question, because we're trying not to be mean to people here for not knowing what they don't know. Okay, judgment free. You're giving me a look. The teenager is giving me a look.
Like folklore.
This is going great. This is going wonderful. This is going. This is going great. This is going wonderful. This is what happens when you have a 13-year-old as your co-host and founder of a dance studio. No, what did teachers not understand about your autism? Can you bring up some of that stuff that they didn't understand?
the dyslexia,
Dyslexia is not autism.
package.
No, can you pick out some specific things teachers have told you that they thought was not because of your autism, but was because of your autism?
Hello, yes. Do you think I sound like a baby 24/7? Let me tell you, I do not. I hate my voice. I hate it like alive.
Did part of that hating your voice come from all the adults who told you your voice sounded weird?
Yes, and a good amount of therapists.
Yeah. Let's go on to what about eye contact? Let's go with something every autistic person hates practically. Because there's not a lot of stuff that you can say every autistic person doesn't like this, but eye contact seems to be one of those. Everyone doesn't like eye contact.
Yes, you already tell me about your crop of life, so I don't need to look into your soul and know your whole life story. You already use your classroom for a book, and also, what are you telling your class when you walk through the door? You leave your life out there. Well, you actively use all the children in your classroom as your diary book. F you. Just
Let's
jerk
pick.
move.
Let's try another one because I feel like having the 13-year-old talk today and letting her off her leash. What about stimming?
Touching my hips is so close to my no sounds. It's just wrong for any gender to do. I don't care if you're the same gender as me. Also, B, it won't stop me from stemming. C, you don't need to touch me so much for me to stop stemming. And D, hello, yes, I'm running for the hills now because hell no, I'm not being near people. I'm also somewhat more hesitant around females than males because of that reason, because I've had so many female teachers. Now,
Okay, so that's the.
I also have limits of where you can touch me, and yeah, I'm more hesitant around females than males, and that's probably a problem.
Just beta trauma. No, but you missed you went with the touchy of the hippie, which you don't like. But that was not the question asked.
No, I was saying they literally went into the same box because they would touch me to make me stop stemming.
Okay.
Also, yeah, I'm sorry. You did wrong things. They touched to make my foot do what they wanted my foot to do because I'm sorry. I don't think it helps me do a dance move that I don't even know I'm doing. If you touch my shoulder. Yeah, I'm sorry, that's not how my body works. That's also not how the human brain works. Autism and non-autism.
So, your biggest stim is its complicated 3-point tap move. And the number of teachers who are like, and we've talked about this on the podcast before, the number of teachers who are like, I can help a complicated 3-point tap move. And I can fix her stim because I understand that unconscious and subconscious means I'm not thinking about it. It would shock anyone, wouldn't it? What you were nonverbal when you went into studios. You have always had some issues with auditory processing disorder. And you have had a lot of teachers who have gotten on to you for not understanding what they're saying when I guess they somehow slept through what auditory processory disorder is. What do you think when a teacher is sitting there going, hey, Leta, why are you not understanding a word I say when your auditory processory disorder kicks in?
Yeah, the thing kicks in when they say that, so I don't know if anyone has said that because apparently the thing kicks in when they say the stupidest stuff.
How many times, because you brought up your dyslexia, we've brought up your bad hip too. You have severe dyslexia, which does actually interfere with how you learn like pirouettes and everything. And most dance studio owners, most dance studio teachers do not understand that dyslexia is not just how you read words, it is how you process what your eyes are seeing and how your eyes move. Where did my brain go on that one? I am having an ADHD moment. I've had teachers tell you that you need to quit hearing the words I can't. What does it make you feel? Give me the minute to give the question before you start yelling into the microphone. When you are told you need to quit thinking I can't and start thinking I can when it's an actual disability, instead of thinking, how do we work with this disability? But being told, oh, just get, what do you, I don't want to put words in your mouth of what I hear when people tell me to just quit saying I can't with my disability. What do you think when teachers are sitting there going, quit saying I can't with your disability?
A, why do you keep giving me ever-loving trauma for having said disability? B, then why do you keep giving me ever-loving shit for having it? C, no, I can't just overcome it like a snap. Oh, D, no, autism isn't a superpower, it's those things. No, those things are the superpower. Are you stupid? Do I get invisibility? Do I get Rogue's ability to just touch you and drain the ever-loving life out of you because you're making me want to drain the ever-loving life out of you? I'll get nuts. And now, yeah, Rogue can get somebody's genius, but obviously you don't have a brain right now, so I can't get his stupidness. So probably shouldn't want to drain the life out of you. You'll also become dumb. Also, wait, A, B, C, D. What comes after D? E. Oh, E! Hello, yes! I can't just suddenly no longer have a bad right hip. I've had it since I was 11 months old. I am 13 now. Hello, yes, it will pop back into place. It especially will pop back into place in ballet. It'll pop out of place and they'll have to go to the hospital and then they'll have to pop it back into unpop, not pop place. Also, stupido you! Stupido! Also, please stop saying that my autism and my disabilities that I get with said autism are a superpower. Because I'm pretty sure pain isn't a superpower. Also, can you please stop thinking my hip is a superpower? Because last time I checked, having a physical disability isn't a superpower. It's just having love and pain every day of your life. Also, pain in the neck, good ever-loving Lord.
It's because they're trying to find something to bond with you over. And a lot of them have come up to me and said, if you keep telling Leta she can't, she'll never know she can. And I had the problem as a child and I have had the problem as an adult. It gets annoying when people are like, just quit. Just don't say you can't. Just keep saying you can. And it doesn't.
But next, are you gonna tell a person that's actively can't leave a wheelchair to, don't keep saying you can't leave the wheelchair, just get up and run because you can. No, they can't. You are stupid.
I actually do think they would do that.
Stupido.
Continuing on. The biggest issue we're facing at Autistic Wings right now is that I'm having to turn dancers away because you are not the only one, obviously, who has felt this way. You are not the only one who has had these issues in life. We're currently doing the 350 and 365 fundraiser, which will be linked in the descriptions of the podcast. We are looking for 350 people. Plus, if we get more than 350, I'm not going to say no, willing to give $10 a month to help us get into a new building. We are looking at needing a rather large space, but because our class sizes are so small, we can either charge our dancers $1,500 a month for preschool classes, or we can continue being a nonprofit and charging a lot less, right, Leta? I will take number 2. We are looking at spaces. I have decided that the max we would spend is $24,000 a month. I know that sounds expensive. We're bringing in a couple other studios to help us with that, but we would like to fundraise as much as possible and then just ask them to take over. We've been looking at some spaces where we could even have a performing center in the space, so we don't have to move our autistic dancers out of the space. As someone who's autistic, I know what my answer is, but as someone who's autistic, if you could do your recitals in-house on a very nice, amazing stage in-house, what would that mean to you? All right, had to take a little bit of a break to get the pups all happy because something was going on. Looking ahead, to this next year, we absolutely have to get a larger space or we cannot grow. Leta, you are nodding your head yes, because you forget that this is audio sometimes.
My fault. There's a camel in front of me. Not my fault. I forget it's the camel's fault.
We have this is on YouTube, this is on Spotify, on stuff, and then all the streamings. What would you like if we had the perfect studio space? What would you want in the perfect studio space? If this was your dream studio space, not what decorations you want. Like, would you want a performance area with a scrim and where we could bring in, where we had the 8 wings and we had the full stage? Would that be something you would want?
Yes, also a place where you could just have play dates with adorable little baby puppets.
So a lot of our families have asked for that. They've been like, hey, could we have play dates? But currently we don't have a space to even have the play dates with our families. We are maxed out at how many classes we can have. What would you want to see in a studio? Would you want our individual studios to have like lights that we can control the lights or how intense the lights are, so that if we've got kids who have light sensitivities, we don't have to have like fully dark classes, but that there's a way we can make the light not so intense?
Yes, I would very much like that. Also, chinchillas, Wolfie.
What about a lot of these places we've looked at have fluorescent lighting, Leta? Would you like to raise enough money that we could maybe also go in and get rid of the fluorescent lighting?
Yeah!
Yes. We are currently doing the 350 and 365, which I believe I already said. We're looking for people to donate $10. I realize currently that is the price of eggs. So if you can't donate, we are not asking you to give up being able to feed your family tonight. If you could maybe help us by, am I purple over there? Okay. If you could help by, sharing this, what would sharing this be like for the studio, Leta?
Get in my own office.
Okay.
Could be hello, yes. I think you on the inside of your mind, but hello, yes. Let me show you my office. I am not sweet. I'm not sweet.
Okay, let's even we are renting space from another studio. They're an amazing partner. They have been super sweet to us. We have to carry everything back and forth every single day. Like when we're going in to do ballet, because they're a breakdancing studio, we have to bring our ballet bar back and forth to the studio. We have to bring so one of the things we do is you hop in and out of squares to start doing some ballet stuff and tap and jazz and all that. We've got to carry all that crap back and forth. Just to be able to leave it at a studio and not care about it would be amazing, don't you think? You may say that into your microphone. I think we are looking at a very large space, but we're looking at sharing it with people, with a couple other organizations. We would be top on it, and then they would bring in money. I would love for our donors to pay the entirety of the rent so that we can ask our partners to pay for the utilities. What about you, Leta? The partners we're bringing in have been amazing to us. They've been so supportive of us. They have not charged us full rent. While we're building up, we'd like to return the favor to them and help them out a bit. We are looking at spaces that are rather large, because you either have small spaces, which we can't all fit into, or a large space, which could also have the performing studio. If we got our own space by September, we could even do get that professional program up and going, the pre-professional program. You want to say that to your microphone? Are you talking into the microphone or not?
I could put people in dinosaur skeleton costumes.
We could, if we have our own space, we
and
can
animal
also
skeleton costumes.
But our own space means we have time to rehearse. We have time to put together productions. We have a space for our recreational dancers where they feel safe, where they feel comfortable. I like that. That's a cuter skull. But if we have our own space where we have the ability to do a performance area for our dancers, where we have not just a stage, but a place where we can set up chairs, and our younger dancers to our adult dancers who are level 3 ASD would have a space to feel comfortable, to feel secure, and not be in a brand new space for recital, I think we'd have better recitals. What about you, Leta?
So apparently I can't nod into a mic because apparently AI can't do its job.
What would it mean for people, for our audience, for friends of our audience, for people they know to support Autistic Wings? What would it mean to you to see people come together and help support your dream?
I get more babies to play with. Also, I get my own office. And then it can be like, hello, yes, I'm not sweet. See the decorations in my office? Why do you think I'm sweet? You might not think I'm sweet after this. Get over Lord. Why do people think I'm sweet?
If I had my dream, which I know is a pipe dream, but we would have 2,400 people donating to our rent every month, which would allow us to focus on providing quality dance lessons to our dancers and not have to worry about the rent, which would be an amazing thing for our studio and for our dancers and for their parents and for our adult dancers, for the adult dancers, don't you think?
Yes. My stuffies isn't going to good. It's supposed to be cute.
And I think it would be beneficial to get into our own space and start being able to set and be able to add mirrors to the wall and add the Marley to the floor and add an entire stage downstairs. It's a multi-year project. I know we've been looking at the building or a couple buildings, and if we could raise $4.5 million, I'm not paying that much for the building, but there's one building that's for sale that would be perfect with a little bit of work for 4.5 mil. That is a pipe dream, right, Leta? All right, Leta. So in a year, where do you see Autistic Wings Dance Company?
Let's see. I see me at my tents. Just magically playing and building and lost because I don't know how I got there.
Okay, Leta, let's try that again. In a year, where do you see Autistic Wings Dance Company here in Colorado Springs?
Cute puppy room.
Cute puppy room. Do you see us in our own building, expanding the program, and maybe showing people how to take this nationwide?
Yes. Also see me in the office. That's the exact opposite of what people think I am because I am not sweet.
All right. If you are interested in helping us out, www.autisticwingsdancecompany.org. Link is in the description. It will take you along with the link directly to our donor box where you can safely and securely donate. It does not have to be monthly. It does not have to be annually. We will take any donation. If you can share, comment, subscribe, send this out to your friends so we can get more people to know about the campaign.
Yes.
Also on socials, you can find the podcast at Leta Tapstyles. You can find Leta at Leta Tapstyles on Instagram, on obviously YouTube. You can find the podcast on Talk at Leta Tapstyles Podcast. You can also find us on Facebook at Leta Tapstyles Podcast on Facebook. Don't forget to comment and subscribe because you are trying to get to 102 subscribers. At 102 subscribers, I told you at 102 subscribers, we will get a dedicated Pitbull cam. I know a lot of people do enjoy the Pitbull. And can you believe it's been a year since we filed the paperwork, Leta? That look on your face. It has been a year since Autistic Wings Dance Company was incorporated here in Colorado. We have come so far in this year. I cannot wait to see where we go. What about you, kiddo?
Seriously, I need a time machine to go back in time to figure out how I even got to this point.
Thanks for watching. Friends Friday coming up. We've got Michael is coming on to talk about burnout and autism. You do not want to miss this one. If you didn't hear last Friday's with Mario and communication, go back, listen. Trust me, you're missing out. You're like, I am busy over here doing my art project. Don't forget, we publish a podcast every Tuesday and Friday. Tuesdays tend to tend more towards dance. Friday tends more towards autism and the neurodivergent community. Thank you all for your time again today. We really appreciate y'all listening, and see you guys Friday. Leta?
Yes. Also, a pitbull is chubby and a veganor. Needs more weight on her, good lord. Just a good amount of weight, but just a deep bit more weight on that dog because she burns calories like there's no way will love it tomorrow, even in winter.
All right. See everyone on Friday for Friends Friday. Bye.
Hello, thank you for watching the podcast, and please subscribe, and also look at that adorable paper. So if you want to subscribe for it, and also please leave a like, and don't forget, if you subscribe to our stuff, you won't miss any of our new podcast stuffies. And also, did you see that adorable paper? Don't you like it?